Good Thursday morning, everybody, and thanks for being with us here on KXAN Live. Will DuPree in the KXAN Live studio as we take a live look right now from Cocoa Beach, the pier there. Some choppy waters there after Hurricane Ian made landfall in southwest Florida. It's now been downgraded to a tropical storm, so we wanted to bring in meteorologist Kristen Currie this morning to give us an update about the storm's track and what we're seeing out there. So good morning, Kristen. A lot to share this morning.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, nothing really great either when it comes to news out of Florida. Hurricane Ian making landfall yesterday, and it was a devastating storm for the coast. We saw the storm surge, we saw the hurricane force winds, we saw the heavy rainfall, the flooding, both saltwater and freshwater, and unfortunately the threat is not over. So let me first show you what we're looking at when it comes to what Ian is now. It weakened significantly overnight into a tropical storm. Maybe that's the only good news, is the fact that the winds have come down, but there's still a ton of moisture out there. So you can see from satellite, there's a lot of heavy rain still impacting the area. 70-mile-per-hour winds. Now, if you joined me on KXAN News this morning, I was telling you we had winds of 65 miles per hour. So this is actually strengthened in the short amount of time that it's now out over the coast here. So over those warmer waters, as it sees less friction, less interaction with the land, it's likely to get itself back together some. Not back to a Category 4, but with that weakening to a tropical storm, I mean, 74 miles per hour is what makes it a Category 1. So we're right there as far as a very high-end tropical storm goes. There you have it. This is the newest update from the National Hurricane Center that dropped in the last 5 minutes. So you're looking at this for the first time like I am, and it's showing a Category 1 hurricane expected later today. So that means that over those warm ocean waters off the coast, that northeast coast, we expect Ian to re-strengthen back into a hurricane. It's also going to lash that eastern coast, that northeast coast of Florida, that coast of Georgia, with some heavy rain, storm surge, and hurricane force winds. This is going to continue to move towards the north, and you'll notice it kind of wraps back around towards the north-northwest, going straight through South Carolina. So we do expect a third landfall here. If you remember, it made landfall in Cuba earlier this week, and then it was southwest Florida yesterday. Now we expect a third landfall with what is likely going to be Hurricane Ian again by the time we hit tomorrow evening here. So that is the overall track. Rainfall potential is anywhere from 4 to 10 inches widespread, 10 to 20 inches when it comes to the isolated top rainfall amounts here. Especially, I'm looking at that big old yellow splotch just to the east of Jacksonville there. That is some torrential rainfall. So the flooding footprint is going to be huge with Tropical Storm Ian, likely to be future Hurricane Ian again. And notice just how big it goes from really central Florida all the way up through the Carolinas and into Virginia here. So this thing is moving slow enough to bring those heavy rainfall totals to the southeast. We've already seen the Orlando airport close, the Tampa airport close, the Jacksonville airport close. So now that it's going through Georgia, South Carolina, and Virginia, we're going to continue to see those travel disruptions here, Will.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this all is that a lot of people assume that conditions are improving because the storm has been downgraded to a tropical storm. In this particular case, we are still seeing lots and lots of problems caused by this storm moving through.
Right. Will it be as bad as the destruction we saw in Fort Myers yesterday afternoon? No, but clearly we still have a huge problem ahead of us, and that's this rainfall, which is in addition to everything we've seen in the last 24 hours. This isn't total. This isn't storm total. This is what we expect from now through the day tomorrow. So we're certainly concerned about it, but we obviously still need to be watching for our friends down in Florida too, because the tropical storm warnings now extend into the east coast of Florida, all the way up through the coast of Georgia, the coast of South Carolina, North Carolina as well. Wouldn't surprise me if we started to see that even through Virginia, seeing some flood warnings go up. Now, what we know so far about Hurricane Ian, The top rainfall totals I've seen have been about 17 inches, which is exactly what we were thinking, right? We were advertising 10 to 20 with a potential of isolated amounts up to 24. The top storm surge that I've seen is over 9 feet. We broke a record in both Naples and Fort Myers for storm surge, nearly doubling, if not doubling, the previous record. So it's crazy to see how big of an impact Ian left. The top wind gusts 140 miles per hour. That was found at Cape Coral. And just forecasting wise, this thing shifted east, which is why Fort Myers right now looks to have the biggest damage there, the most amount of destruction from Hurricane Ian making landfall yesterday afternoon. And it was stronger at landfall too. I mean, this thing exploded into a high-end Category 4 storm, just 2 miles per hour slower than a Category 5.
Because it was moving so slowly, I guess it packs even more of a punch because the rain is falling in more sustained levels there.
Yeah, and it's really interesting, Will, because, you know, with the track shifting east, the storm intensified, but it didn't quite slow down as what we were initially thinking, what our forecast models were advertising. And that honestly really helped this situation. I can't even imagine, like, it's unfathomable to me to think if this storm did slow down to 3 to 4 miles per hour, how much worse the damage would be. Because looking at some of that video that you're going to show us and some of the damage now, it's heartbreaking, right? It's gut-wrenching to think those are people's livelihoods that just got destroyed like that with Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, you mentioned the damage there. Here in Sarasota, this was video taken last night showing just, things blown down, including awnings there at businesses, trees toppled because of the just incredibly strong winds there, other damage with restaurants and businesses there. So there is so much left to clean up. We may even get better senses of the damage in the daylight here. You can see in that high rise there, some of the windows blown out because of the strong winds. Additionally, we had water rescues happening. So the Naples Fire Department shared this video of a firefighter breaking out a woman's vehicle after it became submerged in the floodwaters. And eventually they pull her out. But Kristen, this is a scene that we may see play out more as this damage becomes more evident in the daylight.
Absolutely. And, when it comes to a hurricane making landfall like this, right now, we're in that search and rescue mode. We're in that, where are people trapped? Where do people need help? The cleanup, the recovery, that's going to come later. Right now, we're concerned about life. Who was not prepared for that 9-foot storm surge? Who was not prepared for that 16, 17 inches of rainfall? We say sometimes, like, you can hide from the wind, but you can't outrun the rain. That's what we're concerned about right now, is that flooding that's continuing over the Northeast and into parts of the southeastern states.
We did share a minute ago the details about this, but if you can just share what this graphic is showing, because it just shows how incredibly wide and vast the storm was.
Absolutely. Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans and Meteorologist Nick Bannon did an in-depth on this last night. I thought it was so powerful, and it gave really good perspective of just how big Ian was. So you think of the state of Texas, about 773 miles across, right? Hurricane Harvey, which is probably pretty fresh in people's mind, right? The most recent major hurricane to hit our coastline, that was about 230 miles in width. Now, Hurricane Ian, 345 miles in width. So this thing was about 100 miles wider. Bigger storm surge. You're going to have more people impacted by those tropical storm force and hurricane winds. This thing was bad. When we compared those two storms back to back, Ian came on shore as 150 mile per hour Category 4. Harvey was 130 miles per hour, same category. Obviously different areas. Ian in Florida, Harvey was here. The pressure was pretty similar, 940 millibars compared to Harvey's 937. The surge is also pretty similar, as well as the storm movement. One of the biggest difference, though, for obvious reasons, was the rainfall, right? Those 17, 18 inches of rainfall we've seen so far, those are just preliminary rainfall totals with Ian, doesn't even hold a candle to the 60 inches of rain we saw with Hurricane Harvey. I mean, there's parts of Fayette County that saw as much rainfall as they did in Ian yesterday. So Every storm is different, and it's not exactly even right to compare the two, but I wanted to try and give a perspective of just what it was like Ian to Harvey, and the last major hurricane that Florida saw was Michael, and that was a good 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow, yeah, and it just really gives you perspective, and again, makes people realize that this indeed could happen here as well.
Right, and we always emphasize preparedness. I'll go back to looking at what tropical satellites showing Ian now. It only takes one storm to have a bad season, right? We've been very lucky for the most part this season to not see more storms like Ian, but we know, even looking at the preliminary numbers, the preliminary destruction and damage, that Hurricane Ian will go into the record books. Now, will that name be retired? That's something they do later on down the road. It is worth noting that the letter I, those I-named storms, are more retired than any other letter in our list of names, right? So it kind of has that bad reputation with it, but it's something that unfortunately that we're going to continue to track through the day, because that hazard, that threat is not over.
So such a shame to see that too, especially because it's just going to continue on and hit the other side of the coast there.
Right, absolutely. And I know we've got our newsroom working on different ways that here in Texas we can help with blood donations and the Red Cross Relief, setting up a program. So look for those on our website, kxan.com. But right now in the KXAN Weather Department, our focus is continuing to track what is now Tropical Storm Ian, and with the latest update likely to re-strengthen into Hurricane Ian.
All right. Well, you're definitely going to keep tracking that. We also know that there are some Austin firefighters and Austin energy crews who are going there to help with this cleanup that is only just beginning there. Meteorologist Kristen Currie, thank you for being here again.
Of course.
All right, everybody, if you'd like to read more about Hurricane Ian, that is now Tropical Storm Ian, we will share the latest track with it and other information about damage and ways you can help, as Kristen mentioned there, over on kxan.com. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at another time, everybody. Please stay safe and healthy out there. Take care.